And I want to tell you a little bit about the flesh. Okay? Enjoy. Now come on now. Enjoy your flesh. Because it's only here for a while. And enjoy it while it's here. Why is it that nobody ever told us that? Message like I preached the last 2 years, I have never heard that in my whole life. That some, there's a right way to pray and a wrong way. Why? Right? Why? The Bible says the natural man receives not, again, the flesh and the inner man. The natural man receives not the things of the Spirit of God. For they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. And that's why you can't explain what happened. There's many things where I've been in the Spirit. I can't explain it to you guys. I don't know the words. I don't know how to say it. So it's the same thing. It's no different. But anyway, you know, you are either carnal or you are spiritual. Well, the flesh is carnal. That we know that. But you need the spirit man to balance the both of them. And the spirit man makes the fleshly man want more of it. Because it's more joyful for the flesh to know what the inner man is doing and to see that the inner man is in there. I tried to say it before, and I'll preach in the future on it again. I'll preach about it. But I want to tell you about enjoying your flesh. Listen. All your sin. So are you sinning? Yes, you are. The inner man cannot sin. And lots of you have a lot of problem with that. Because you just, even though you think you know, you don't know that you don't know. Okay? So that's a problem. Okay. But enjoy your flesh. If you commit sin, all your sins are forgiven. They're paid for. So they're all forgiven. If you commit a sin, you can commit sin and it's no big deal. It's not good, but it's sin and God paid for it. But you can commit sin that you'll never, it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. Like I'll talk to you about a sin, a thing that's wrong. But there's many things, something that will haunt you for the rest of your life. It's no bigger sin than a liar. And if everybody died because they lied, there would be nobody alive. They'd all be dead. I'll tell you about a sin that's a sin. It's no bigger than anything else, but it will haunt you. Some sin will lie at your door, will stay in your mind all your life. And it's divorce, for example. Especially if you have kids. God forgive you before you got married. But it haunts you. Mistake that you made. So this, what I'm saying, enjoy your flesh. If you commit sin, there's some sin that you will commit that will haunt you for the rest of your life. Try, and that's what God needs to deliver you from. Those sins that will haunt you for the rest of your life. They're no bigger. One's not bigger than the other. Okay? And as the body of Christ, I want to tell you, stop. You know what? I'm so sad. I cannot make people believe anything. It has to be revealed to you. Yeah. Stop. If you do this here, if you are doing that, if you're one of you that's doing that, stop controlling people. Hey, you know what? I'll give you an example of control. Your dress is, I'm picking on her. Your thing is a little bit short here. What the heck is that of my business? That's to begin with. Like, stop you living your life, trying to live your life through people. Are you getting that? Stop living, let everybody have their own life. I'm going to stay there for a minute because we got problems with that. By me, listen. By me, if you need help, you want to know. One thing that I've made up my mind with is to be so aggressive when you came and you had problem in telling you. I've been very, you know how aggressive, and you guys all think, well, it was good. Those days are over. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Those days are over for me. The Lord is pulling me up. My wife, when I met her, and other people that you guys don't know, I was very strict with them. And my wife, I didn't know her. My wife works so different with me. I didn't know her, I just met her. She would say something, I said, that's not true. Why are you lying to me? And I was not trying to pick her up, and I'm not trying to date her, and none of that. And she would say something, and I'd say, no, that's not what happened. You want to know what happened? And then I start telling her. She couldn't believe it. Nobody knew those things but her and God. And lots of time when I done that to you guys, you really got upset. And especially those that have been repeating myself and repeating myself and repeating myself, it's over. I will never do it again. Not because I did wrong. No, I didn't. You know, I'll give you an example of Gabriel. Gabriel's been at every meeting that I preach forever. Okay? And he's hungry for God, and he wants, and he wants, and he wants. But lately, before I came here, by what he said, he got some revelation from God. And you know what? That's the way God works. That's why I feel sad today. There's so many things I'd like to tell you that you would benefit so much. But you know what? I cannot make you believe anything. I can speak to you. If God does not reveal it to you, you're not going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The message I preached last Sunday and the Sunday before, I said it different, but this time the light of God was shining in your heart. And you know what? It doesn't matter what I do, if God does not reveal it to you. I've seen pastors sitting beside me trying to show me that wearing rings is wrong. And trying to show me that the true church is the church of God of prophecy. And I'm sitting beside him, I'm just a young Christian, and my goodness, it's not going well with me. First of all, it was false. Secondly, if it's the truth, it only comes by revelation. Doesn't matter how good I know lots of stuff. But lots of stuff you are open, you understand, but the deeper it gets, you got problems to understand. This I'm going to continue whenever I speak. I'm going to speak and what God shows me. But you have to have a revelation of that, because otherwise you don't understand. I was talking to a guy, and I'll tell you some things that I do. I'm very good at setting people up. I know what you believe. First of all, I know things about people in here like you would. People don't believe. There's some people right in here do not believe the gift that God has given me. I know they would say, yes, I believe. No, they don't. Because if they would believe, they would not do the things that they do. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about. Give you an example. I'll use a terrible example. If you want to scratch your nose, you're not going to want to do it in front of me. But if you do it behind my back, I still see you. What's the difference? What's the difference? So therefore, people don't believe, and that's fine. Some of you do, but some of you don't, and that's fine. I can't make you believe how the inner man in me is alive. It takes God to show you. This week, I was talking to a man, and I'm telling you that I'm very educated of catching people. Very educated. Put me to the test, and you'll find out. Not me, the God in me. People ask me something, I don't know the answer, but He does, and He tells me. So don't try and fight that. You're going to lose. There's a man this week, I'm talking to him. And I'm asking him a question. He does not want to say to me he doesn't know. And that's what I'm going to get from him. Because I know his character and I know what kind of guy he is. So, I'm asking him a question. And he's humming and I said, listen, I'm asking, you're a Christian? I'm asking you a question. What does that mean? He didn't know. So then I said to him, okay, admit that you don't know. I'll show you how weird religious people are. People that are carnal. Then, once he admitted, he didn't know what it meant. I says, okay, then only now, maybe I can show you what it means. And I showed it to him, and then he started to argue with me. I said, stop right now. I asked you for 20 minutes. I wanted to get out of your mouth that you didn't know. So why are you arguing with me if you admit that you didn't know?
Yeah. Now let you tell him.
He says, I don't know. Now I'm telling you, but now you want to argue with me. It's not the way. I said, you see how stupid you are? That's the way I witness. I mean, yeah, okay. So anyway, you know what? Because I know that you don't win people by force. You don't win. You win. First of all, be a vessel unto honor, sanctified, made for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work, and let the Lord do the rest. There's so many things I'd like to tell you. I can't. Like this, I wrote some things this morning and early in the morning, even though I didn't believe I was going to speak today. And I'm not. I'm just talking for fun. I'm sad that people, there's so much to learn. I wish I could give you, I wish I could do for you what the Lord does for me and what He shows me, and I can't. It's got to be it's on you. Not on me, it's on you. You believe or you don't believe. There's a spirit man inside of you, and there's a carnal man inside of you. And that carnal man is an enmity against God. To be carnally minded. And the whole world, you are either carnal or you are spiritual. And if you're carnal, that's the flesh. If you're spiritual, that's the inner man. Some want to call it a soul. I got no problem with that. You want to call it a soul. But I'll tell you something. According to a soul, 95% of verse in the Bible about a soul is talking about a man. Flesh. Jacob's wife had 14 souls. How the heck do you explain that? If it's not that she had 14 kids. Anyway, God has to open the mind of the people. And you know what? It's a mystery. In the book of Revelation, chapter 17, Babylon, the great, is fallen, and has become the habitation of the devil. And is that ever true? Babylon means confusion. Is there ever a lot of confusion? People don't know what they believe. You pay the pastor your tithes all your life, and you know nothing. And you know what? I used to pick on the Catholic Church because I was a Catholic and I came out and I thought, okay, you know what? If I was to start again being in darkness, I'd rather be a Catholic than a Jehovah's Witness, a Mormon, another Rite, Moderate, Jubicite. No. Okay. You know what? Because as a Catholic, I had my life in the flesh. I could swear. I could kick your teeth in. I could steal. Just ask the priest for forgiveness. I was deceived just like the religious people, but except I had much more freedom. Well, and I should. So your life in the flesh, if you're not going to obey God, have fun, man. Have fun. Because you're going to be destroyed anyway. You want to stay carnal, is death. I want to go. My inner man is much stronger than the flesh. And I want people to see what the inner man can do and what he can show you and the benefit that you get and the knowledge and the wisdom that you get from the inner man is unbelievable. I just wrote while I was sitting there. I'm so sad that I cannot make people understand. That's what really hurts me. And you know, all your life, you go to church, and the pastor that you paid all your life, does not tell you that there's a wrong way to pray, because you know why? He can't tell you, he don't know. He's carnal. There's nothing good that comes out of the carnal mind. That's why you have to be born again. Nothing good comes from the carnal mind. The carnal mind will, you make decisions with your carnal mind that will sink you, and you can make some mistake that you'll never come out of it. The carnal mind is not, it's an enmity against God, and it's an enmity against you, against your inner man. You cannot grow if you stay carnal. You stay at the same place, and your life is hell all your life. Oh, you can just say what you want, but your life is not good. You've got problem after problem after problem. I'll say that. People that listen to me until now, I can't tell you next year, but people that have listened to me until now, I've been really blessed, physically and spiritually, the ones that believe what I tell them. I'll say it again. The ones, and there's people here, that have been blessed spiritually and physically because they believe what I told them. Not because I proved it to you. It's somehow, I don't know, God did something for you. To be spiritual minded is life eternal. I have, there's people that are here, but there's people that you don't know, that because they believe me, they became very well to do. I'll tell you something. I don't know about you, but when I see success, spiritually or physically, in a person, I want to rub shoulder with them. I've been like that when I was young. Okay, I made mistake. I tried to rub shoulders with men that were evil. I didn't know, but boy, I seen it, and I was heartbroken. I needed to see those things. I couldn't believe what I saw those guys do. Okay, so you can, but once you see, if you see the guy, no, it's not what you talk, and by his fruit, then you gotta back off, and it's so sad when you do that, because you were hoping for the best. But I'll tell you something. You don't believe me. You can't believe me because I said it. You have to believe the God in me. Remember the message of last week, the last 2 weeks? And you remember the message I preached about wisdom walking with me? You know something? Big situation. Big situation. I've never did it before. I knew what to do. Because God says He will do that for me. You believe that? You believe me today? Things that I didn't have a clue how to do. When I faced it, I knew what to do. Wisdom, because I pretend, okay? I went in my pocket and took wisdom out. And wisdom was my delight. And I'm so proud from where I come from to walk in that wisdom. And you know, when bad things happen to you, God knows. If you're a child of God, bad thing has to happen to you for you to recognize God. I remember him looking at my jewelry. I got lots of jewelry. I just don't want it. Didn't wear nothing today. Anyway, I got lots of jewelry. Okay? And he saw me. Okay, he was judging me. What's with this guy? When I first met you, I remember that it bothered you. Nothing wrong with wearing jewelry. If I want to wear jewelry all over, I'll only look like a nut. Okay? So you think I'm not going to pay for it? I need you to tell me? Okay. So everything you do out of it, you know, not that's like okay, playing. I told you this before, and some of you are Christian out there. I'm telling you, I hate. If I'm with you, I want us to pray over our food. When I'm somewhere else, I don't want to. I don't know. The Holy Spirit is grieved inside of me. Okay? Because, number one, I'm steady giving thanks to the Lord. I thank the Lord for my food. I thank the Lord for everything that He has done for me. I just don't like people that's their source of showing me how good of a Christian they are. And I am not comfortable with that. Nothing at all. I'm just not comfortable with that. So anyway, now I want to go back to her question about enjoy. Okay, I need to say something. And some of you might take me wrong. I'm telling you, don't rob somebody. Now, I'll pick on you again. You should not get a boyfriend. You shouldn't. That's my desire. We need to stop living our life through people. God says He's going to work in their life. No, I don't trust God. That's all signs that you don't trust God. And if you don't trust God, it's because you're carnal. It's that simple. But when you want to live your life through somebody, look at the different way I would have approached you. You can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, because you're not living to my standard. The heck with my standard. It's God's standard. I mean, how ignorant can you be? I am just so sad. No wonder people don't believe it. That they're carnal the way they are. People live their life through them. Okay? Like, I don't like the boyfriend you have or the girlfriend you have. Am I the one going out with them? Am I jealous that I want to go out with them? What's my motive? Let's stop this judging people. Me, if you got a problem, I want to help you. I will not give you heck those days with some of you. If I do, it would be to people, not heck, but really, if I have to repeat myself, maybe my voice will rise a little bit. But I don't want to do that with anybody here, especially the ones that I've been talking to before. But stop. By you doing stuff like that, you want to live your life. Unless a person takes advantage of you. You need to walk in wisdom and make a stop to it. Okay, some of you that have kids, stop living your life through them. Okay? Well, give them advice, yeah. Like people that don't like what I'm saying, they find excuse to catch me. I'm saying Christ died for that child, for that grown-up person. Okay, now I'm not talking about the person that's 35, 40 years old, still at home. Hey, boot it. Not talking about that. I mean, you know, but I'm talking about living your life through your kids. Now, you know, let your kids have their life. Give them advice. Let God, if you do it, it's because you don't believe that God can do it. So He needs you. The best one is God. The ones of you that have a little kids here, discipline them if they need discipline. Love them. If you love them, you will discipline them. Care for them. Raise them up the right way. But once they're old enough, I mean, they're set. Bring up a child, not a grown man. Bring up a child in the way he should go. And when he will grow, he will not depart from it. There's a certain age, and it's not very old. They're set already. Okay, now, your question was about Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God. Okay? The living sacrifice, most of all, is the inner man. If the inner man is a man, it's got a body, a spirit. You have a natural body and you have a spiritual body. Okay? So let that man be a living sacrifice. I always took that verse in the past that wasn't me. Jesus Christ became my perfect sacrifice. I don't have to sacrifice my body. He did it. Why is it that I didn't know? I thought it was me. When you're carnal, all the verse you read, it's all about the flesh. There's the law of the spirit, and there's the law of the flesh. It's so plain, and there's thousands of verses that separates the both. Let your body be a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God. Your flesh will never be acceptable to God. As a matter of fact, He doesn't even want it in the kingdom of God. Is that not true? He doesn't want it. But in the other hand, this is important here. Let's stop living our life through our people. I don't like what you're doing. Well, that's too bad. If I see something that's going to hurt you, that's going to destroy you, and I know that you don't know better, and I didn't tell you 15 times, then I want to go to you and say, hey, you know, this is not right, and you're going to pay for it. You know? But besides that, I've heard some pretty bad things some of you did. And did I condemn you? No, you need to quit that. First of all, I can't control you. You know what? I started today by saying, I wish. I can't control you. I can't make you believe. I wish. And I'm not saying you don't know nothing. Yes, you do. But you could grow so much more. You could be so much stronger in the power of His might. You could walk in the Spirit and not fulfill the lust of the flesh, and don't think it's about women and boyfriend. When people think like, oh, when you talk like that, you don't get tempted with women or guys. It could be part of it. Don't be taken by the lust of the flesh. What is the lust of the flesh? The lust of the eye. You want everything. You don't want to wait for God to give it to you. You want it. That's the lust of the flesh. I don't care if it's a car. I don't care if it's money. I don't care what it is. We want it. That's lust. Lust is wanting something that you don't have. And you want it. The lust of the flesh is, people are so carnal. They think the lust of the flesh is only to want the opposite sex. Well, it could be. It could be part of it. But it's only one of them. There's thousands of ways you can lust after the flesh. And lusting is about, lusting is wanting something that you shouldn't have. Some say, if I had money, I wouldn't know how to handle it. Do you know how many millionaires I met that were millionaires because they didn't work for it, lost it like that? Lost it like that. I've been to where you guys been, but you haven't been where I have been. Why did you lose it like that? You couldn't handle it. Yesterday, I saw a woman, I talked to her, and I knew she was there before I got there. Walk into a restaurant, and I didn't see her. I asked the waitress, is that woman here? She said, yeah. I said, tell her to come out. She came, and she's all happy to see me, like she should. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, not lately, but once in a while, I'm thinking of her. If you make a mistake, a bad one, that you'll never could forgive yourself for, once it's made, I can't help you. I can't help you before you make it. If you believe me, man. And lots of time I thought about her, and I thought of if she would have only listened to me. So anyway, after I talked to her and I gave her a hug and all that, she went back to do her. And before I left, I went into the kitchen, and I said, I've been thinking a lot of you. She says, I have to. I said, good. I'm glad you think of me. And then I said, I could have made you so much money. I know it's too late, but okay, that bothers me. Like, it really bothers me that she didn't believe me when I told her. But she knew me, but she didn't know that God guided me the way she did. And I mean, what she lost, she had it in her hand. She had it. I didn't want her to do what she wanted to do. And she didn't listen, and she lost it all, plus $150,000 more. I'm so sad that people don't want to listen. And, hey, you know what? I accept it, and I talk to the Lord, and I say, Lord, only you can teach people. Even though you showed me so many things, I can't teach them unless you open their understanding. I hope because of those message and the message about the inner man, when you read in the Bible, say, Lord, show me all the places that you're talking. It won't say about the inner man. It won't say inner man in there. It's the same. For with the heart men believe unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. It's the inner man. With the heart, that's the inner man. All kinds of verse. All kinds of verse. If I speak again what's on here, it'll be as good as the last two. It's always good, you know. But how, if I was to speak today, is how do you hear? How do you hear God's voice? How does that happen? Some of you have asked me that before. I'm not saying I've never preached on it, but I think I've got new ways, things to talk about. And how do you hear God's voice? And His promises that we should. You know what? What I'm saying is, forget you. Try to get rid of the carnal mind we have. Let's get rid of that carnal mind. I mean, if this guy can ask God, Lord, I don't know how to be a daddy. When I had my kids, teach me to be a daddy. So that shows you where I was, just like where you are now. Teach me to be a daddy. And I want to be a daddy to a spiritual daddy to you, all of you. You have nothing that I want. Absolutely nothing. I don't want your money. I don't want, you know, I like that you care for me. That's important to me. But besides, I mean, you read verse after verse after verse. They're all over the Bible, saying it in a different way. It's all the heart. The natural man receives not the thing of the Spirit of God. The natural man, that's the flesh, cannot. Listen, I've been talking to you for years. You've learned a lot. Okay? But if you're carnal today, and your natural man is more alive than your spirit, the natural man cannot, receive anything from the Spirit of God, for their foolishness unto him. Out there is full of people like, it's full of people like that. Some of you have some of you have more. I'm telling you, get more than you had. If you have that much, get that much more. Because the carnal mind is dead. Not only that, it will destroy your life, that your body that God gives you on earth here, that you should enjoy. Sickness will come upon you. And you're going to lose. Believe it or not, you're going to lose. Because you can do things, because you're not realizing, you think that when you make a decision, it's the spirit, the inner man. No! If it doesn't work, it's never the inner man. When it doesn't work, stop doing things that don't work. Stop doing things that don't work. I bought a truck and I went up north to haul wood when I was 20 years old, a big truck, a big truck. I was there 2 days. I brought it back, I knew it's not going to work. Yet, things we try over and over and over again, don't work. Then don't do it. Okay. God bless you. Pastor Ed.